Hey, I'm Jake,
Hey, I'm Aditya.
and this is our book talk. So I read this quarter a book called The Halo Mythos, and I'll save you all the the detailed stuff. Basically, what it did is describe the lore or the plot behind the Halo trilogy for video games, and it went into what happened, everything since millions of years ago that led up to the game, and so it describes, everything that happens in the game and why it happens, and reasons from the past of where that you know helped you know uh, escalate the problem, I guess I would say. But yeah, I went into some pretty impressive detail, more than I would have ever expected for a book like that. But it was from a gamer point of view, who played that game ever since it came out back in the early 2000s. I found it very fascinating, mostly because I didn't know a lot of the information since the game didn't really tell much about it. And yeah.
I read A Long Way Gone by Ishmael Bia. So it takes place during the Sierra Leone Civil War, and it's a memoir written by him. So basically, when he's 12, he's out with his friends and they're attacked. And basically, him and his friends have to travel to find food and shelter. And as that's happening, his character sort of worsens. He starts doing a lot of really bad things. He starts stealing and lying. And one day he's forced to join the Sierra Leone army. So when that happens, he's brainwashed to basically believe what they believe. So he starts killing a lot of rebels until it's going to avenge his family. He starts doing drugs and a lot of really bad things. And basically, the story is how he's in the army and he does a lot of terrible things and kills a lot of people, and how he comes out of it and changes.
So is he like a kid, or is he like a
Yeah,
young adult?
he was 12 when it
12.
happened. Yeah, and
Oof.
I think his family also got killed. So
Oof, that's rough.
yeah.
Yeah. For the Halo mythos, I wouldn't really recommend it for anyone who hasn't played Halo or knows a lot about that universe. But if you do, or if you did play the game, or if you are interested in that whole storyline, I would, no, hands down, I would highly, highly, highly recommend that book. It will give you everything that you'll need to know about the game and about the plot throughout the games, and it connects all of them with outside sources too, to make an overview of the general timeline.
Yeah, this book, I think it's a really really good book. If you like war history, you should probably read this book. But this gives you much more than that. It gives you a first hand experience by someone who actually experienced it. I mean, you will be really shocked, but also really captivated when reading it. Um, when you read about the things that he had to do, like the really terrible things, it's sometimes really really hard to get through because you know that he's actually telling like him killing people, like really detailed descriptions of that. But so it can be hard to read, but it's extremely captivating, told really well, and really moving. So I would recommend it.
Is that it?
Yeah.
Yeah.